Do you have a job description? Do you know what's in it? Well, in this video, I want to explore a little bit about job descriptions in the senior living space and why they just might not matter. Hey, this is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert, helping you and your teams power up so that you can serve and care and be energized with joy. But I want to discuss job descriptions today because recently I was working with an executive senior living team, and they said, job descriptions, I don't know what's in my job description, or I'm betting that whatever's in there, I don't do it or I do more. Or it became a real point of conversation. So I question you, do you know what's in your job description and or everyone on your team? Well, sometimes in the caregiving space, it's hard to quantify what we do. And when somebody feels like they are doing more than what's in their job description, they might be, thinking, well, I'm not getting recognized for that. I am not, no one understands that I do XYZ extra. And then on the flip side, somebody might come in and say, well, I don't want to do that. It's not in my job description. That's not what I do. So, how do you kind of balance these two types of reactions to that's not my job? So, people who care about other people, that's a really hard thing to quantify and put into writing because taking that extra time with a resident isn't necessarily something we can put in a job description. It's something that we just look for. But because it's not in writing as an expectation, we need to acknowledge it in our everyday interactions and encounters with our team. So understanding that you can't say, oh, you need to be super nice and be this expressive and this kind and do, four things for residents that might not, be in your job description. We just can't do that. So as a leader, it's really important to continually all the time be expressing gratitude for the role that your team plays, especially when it comes to those caregiving functions. Hey, I saw how great you were, with Mrs. Smith, and you did such an excellent job. And the family said how much you gave to them of your time. Taking that time for those special acknowledgments is critical to keeping a team understanding that their contributions, even though they might not be listed in a formal document, are so important. And then why don't you go the next step and set up some sort of recognition system? Maybe call it the step up system or the extra care system. Something that allows you and your teams to understand that those things that aren't in a job description are just as important when you are in this type of caregiving space. We need to have an accountability so that we as leaders, as managers, as directors, have a way to express our thanks. Because it's not an easy place to be, and we lose great people when they think their contributions aren't being acknowledged. So I hope you go out today and you find like 5 or 6 people that you can show some sort of gratitude or acknowledgement for how they care and how they rise above what's in their job description. And the next time you hear that, it's not in my job description, challenge them and say, well, why don't we put it there? Thanks so much for watching. This is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert, help empower you and your teams up so you can serve with joy.